As we process information, we filter, alter, or lose much of it. One theory states that we forget to discard the clutter of useless or out-of-date information. There are 3 sins of forgetting: absent-mindedness, the inattention to details that leads to encoding failure, transience, storage decay over time, and blocking, being unable to get out the stored information. The 3 sins of distortion are misattribution, confusing the source of information, suggestibility, the lingering effects of misinformation, and bias, belief-colored recollections. Lastly, there is one sin of intrusion, persistence, unwanted memories. With encoding failure, we can't remember what we have not fully encoded. Working memory, or short-term memory, is interrupted, leading to encoding failure when trying to store in long-term memory. In Storage Decay, Hermann Ebbinghaus found that memory for novel information fades quickly, then levels out. This is called the forgetting curve, when retention drops rapidly, then levels off with time. Retrieval failure is when working memory or short-term memory is encoded into long-term memory, but when trying to retrieve that memory, there is an interference leading to forgetting. There are 2 types of interferences. One is proactive interference, which is the disruptive effect of prior learning on the recall of new information. The other interference is retroactive interference, which is the disruptive effect of new learning on the recall of old information. Another type of forgetting is motivated forgetting. This can be seen in repression, the basic defense mechanism that banishes anxiety-arousing thoughts, feelings, and memories. Repression is central to Sigmund Freud's psychology, which states that we protect our self-concept to minimize anxiety. An example of repression would be a man having a phobia of swimming but doesn't know the root of his problem. These submerged memories will linger, only to be retrieved by a later trigger cue or during therapy. At this point in our presentation, we will be showing you several clips pertaining to forgetting, in which we act out scenes from a questioning room where 2 women are being asked about a recent car accident. Ava dropped something while the cars were colliding and only hears the sound of the cars, but apparently can recall the speed the cars were going. In this scene on absent-mindedness from the sins of forgetting. Tell me what you remember from the accident.
I was picking up my wallet when I heard a loud bang. I looked up and saw the accident.
While driving to the police station, the girls see another car crash. Ava confuses the accidents and starts remembering scenes from the newer car crash in this scene about retroactive interference. Can you give us any physical descriptions?
The red car crashed into the blue car.
On the way to the police station, Ava's mind begins to wander, causing her to forget the scene of the accident in this scene on transience from the sins of forgetting. Okay, anything else?
Honestly, no. I didn't see the crash. My mind began to wander while driving here.
As they are taken to the police station, the image of the accident begins to fade from Ava's memory in this scene on Storage Decay.
Now everything seems fuzzy, like the brief image faded from my mind.
While witnessing the accident, Ava is not encoding the cause, the people involved, characteristics, or unusual sights, in this scene on encoding failure.
I wasn't able to process much since I was dragged here almost immediately.
Brooke shows intense emotion, making Ava feel like she needs to help her out, in this scene on bias from The Sins of Distortion. Alright then.
Please don't be so harsh on her. She's shaken up a little. She's a good girl. She was just studying at the library.
Do you know her personally?
No.
Then how do you know she's such a good kid?
I don't know.
Ma'am, someone may die because of her reckless driving. Brooke was involved in a previous accident and gets her events mixed up in this scene on proactive interference. Brooke tries to forget the real cause of the accident, but can't. She experiences intrusive memories during the questioning, in this scene on persistence from sins of intrusion.
Brooke. Brooke. I'm gonna need you to focus right now. Were you falling asleep? Please try and stay collected. Do you know how it happened?
Everything's so blurry. I crashed into the side of the white car and oh my god. The images won't stop.
The other person involved in the car crash ended up dying, and Brooke was found guilty. Regardless of the wrong description of the cars both she and Ava gave Officer Nixon, Brooke now suffers from motivated forgetting due to her inability to deal with her emotions and guilt towards the crash.
Alright then.
Wait a minute, sorry.
Do you know her personally?
No. Dang. Wait.
No.
Yeah, I said no. Then how? It's you.
Oh, that's me? Then how can you be sure that she's such a good kid?
Are we gonna do bloopers? Because that was great.
Yeah, we should do bloopers. No, we should. Do you know her personally?
No.
Then how do you know she's such a good kid?
I don't know.
Ma'am, somebody did. Whoa. I was about to say someday, not someone.